Okay, good evening. Welcome to Speed Gaming 2. We got SMZ3. We got normal 774 boots, 7 crystals, get into GT, 7 crystals to defeat Ganon, and all 4 Metroid bosses down. And or the credits for them, wherever they happen to be. Could be in either game. Scoopula here, joined by Kif for tracking. And on screen we have Flipeel and Hydra Powers, 2 very good runners. Expect a sub 3 unless the seed has something to say about it. I'm going to get going here in about 10, 15, right now. Okay. So we have the one in logic and out of logic check, one of each here. If you were going to play Super Metroid like the standard way, you could do that, but that's all you'd get. So as we see, most runners will take this transition to the other game here. Quick and immediate map check. Looks like a red crystal at Eastern, a pendant at Desert, and a regular crystal at Hera. With these boots, you can, yeah, this is a new thing. I mean, some of us were doing this before it was cool, mostly because you'd have to farm a bomb, but now that we have a way of breaking down the wall, and that warp, or transition puts us pretty close to Saha's closet, we can get it now. The green pen and the turtle rock there today. Ice rod incoming, you know how it is. Nothing helpful here, but at least we don't have to worry about it. Now for more of the conventional start, or one of them. So just one other pendant to find that, is something that, like in most seeds, we hope to avoid. And the way the seeds roll, it's a 33% chance to end up in Super Metroid. 30 or 33, something like that. I'm sure there's something to be said about it now that we've seen two of the other two, but for some reason, I myself have seen a lot of them lately. It's like some sort of energy or reserve here behind Aghanim, so only Dark World access now remains through Aghanim. Stored right away, relatively, which is nice here with these boots. You can just go. I didn't see. Flip must have got an 8-pack out of something. It's nice when that happens because the packs are not. I still can't explain them. I get them sometimes and feel pretty good about it. At least until you find a bunch of bombs in the trees. There's our morphing ball. Do we have bombs? I didn't see any. Well, never mind. So, yeah, you get bombs, you can go do stuff with bombs. You really, in this randomizer, want to have 10. I mean, you can do 5, but you can get slowed down farming or skipping or whatever. So we're guaranteed to have one available from the start of the game. It's another thing, the way the seed generates. Usually you'll have more than one, usually. But only the one is guaranteed. Some blue offense and defense, which is nice. These two runners with the defense at least will probably say stop there, unless we see a mirror pretty quick, but it's the worst thing to get on 3 hearts. Yeah, like in chat here, Biddy's saying, and this is true, you if you have 5 and unless you have a real good feeling about the Brinstar loop, you can do, yeah, go down red tire. There's your 10. So, I mean, 10's good. 10 is pretty good. I mean, 15 is still something. It does add something if you have 15. It's not insignificant, but it is way better to go jump from 5 to 10. But, yep, without that, you can go to red tire and straight down and get your old man save or, yeah, continue point. And hopefully by then you find another pack. Flipfield doing this one blind, finding out it's just a heart. Now the whole heart, yeah, if you do this blind, you might as well take it. It's early. So Hydra gets to save some time and just watch the space in case somebody's, hard to say, but takes an accidental death with when one heart might have helped. We just try to stay out of those situations if possible. So Hydra going south, Flip going north. Flip with the flips. So we can pull a little more money. We can clean up Zor all at once. That would be the current dream. Mini Molderm showing us Aga minus Lamp. This is kind of the way I look at it, unfortunately, but that's something, I'm sure they're thinking they don't want to see right away. That lamp. Now, that said, and I gotta say this, we had access with the Master Sword, but for some reason, I don't know, it seems like I look around and it's always, you get your access and then you get another piece and then another piece and another piece to, like, be sure. But for those who watch Zelda 3 Rando in any of its forms, you see that a lot more likely, the Dark World access exclusive to Aghanim. But it can't happen here. So small crisscross here. Everybody's got their flippers and has to decide when to check out some of them, some of the checks involved with that. If flip does the other thing, yeah, the other thing that is nice to do when you're moving this direction, especially checking the dam, you get this out of the way so it's not sitting here, Hagina's Cave. And with boots, you can pretty easily check this ledge in case a book shows up somewhere. Way you can determine how fast you need to come back here. Missile on the ledge says not very. But outside of this, it's like Eastern now, so that's after Flip Hill's South Shore trip will probably be what everybody's gonna do. We're gonna more than likely have a look at the morph pedestal and the I'm still as of now out of a logic check beyond it. But the longer we go without at least one of these other Dark World pieces, or wait, oh never mind, we got Morph Ball. That's right. Ignore me. Playing FCs with so late, you just kind of forget that some of these are nice. I will say that it's, I guess, not surprising you'll see these things pushed here, despite how much shows up on the speed boosters on the island. Yeah, I saw somebody check it. I guess I didn't eyeball it. But yeah, what I was going to say, that's one of the things that before you do go to Super Metroid, you'll want to be able to see, especially since Green Bryn is all that stuff. And then if you leave the speed check, it's just hard to get back to. But with it being there, I don't think we're going to wait too long to find it. Probably. Well, in this case, the access to it. The Guardian of the Era there. We'll see him next mission, I'm sure. So Hydra wants the Red Tower path, regardless of anything else. They're mostly exclusive of each other, so I mean, this is okay. It's a nice demo from Flip Hill there, getting every outcropping on the way up. You can do it in 2, 1 with high jump. Doing it with 3 is hard, especially quickly like that. So this is a nice chunk of divergence, especially in combo rando here. We've been talking about these 2 options basically you have early, pending a lot of good progress, and we're going to see both of them here at the same time. Take red cane out of the way. Hammer. They're on the way to Kraid. So, I mean, there's one of those pieces at least, finally. Which locks the majority, and there's the other one. Not well, another one. So Flip will get the hammer once. Well, he'll probably do retro burn, but it won't take too long. I mean, Kraid in most runs just not end up being very late. Just gotta find some gloves. Kraid's up, Kraid is down. Kraid has a red crystal. The other one. A little bit of money here for Flip. We'll be taking it. We want a little bit here, just because Zora's still outstanding. And a number of other things. There's that lamp that... So Aga, you know, with the left hook, pushing back just a little. big three in the shopping mall down here is, yeah, usually got something decent in it. For whatever reason that is, so it ends up being a nice target to hit. Today, that's the best thing in here. Depending who you are, you might like that heart container a little better. See, Hydra actually wants the thing. 3 and no suits, depending on what you have to do. I don't see a problem with it. Running out of health in Super Metroid is less than ideal. So we're gonna get this old man turned in. Now typically, yeah, this is just done because you're here, but for once it's actually logical the first time. So keep an eye out, this could be a thing. I just see a mushroom there. Am I making that up? Oh, red mail, okay. I was gonna say, probably, you get the mushroom on the way out, that's fine, but no, red mail makes more sense. Flip heal, oh, almost touched the shield. Usually has something to say about a shield every game, so. I speak of the mushroom, it becomes reality, huh? Neat. Flip, I give one shot at the mail, I guess, whatever, sure. Yeah, there it is, right in the middle of the door at the high five, and yeah, I guess what that means is Hydra's gonna do this in reverse. The decision here could be a number of things, but if it were me, it'd probably be we see speed, and it's, we know we're not going to have it by the end of this loop, so we can do this and get away with it. One shot at it, and gets it. So Hydra with the red mail. So Hydra here going to clean up what we've seen from Flip in Green Brinstar. Now, oh, green and pink. Anyway, Flip, I guess, is you're going to have to go Red Tower here unless you want to. Looks like actually is going to try to get across here. Maybe. It looked like the CWJ setup. One of them. But I just want to check this thing. That is in logic for hard, which we are not playing. So you can do it if you want, kind of thing. The continuous wall jump, it's, I want to say what they told me, and I guess I say this because I'm not sure how important it is, but I was told it was 1 frame on the ledge and 2 frames on the pillar, or something like that. So yeah, I guess, yeah, you gotta have a pretty good sense of your input delay if you have one of those, and certainly not the easiest, unless, yeah, you happen to just have a good sense of the thing. This trick here to get this gate open with a speeding missile is, again, not in logic, but would be in the other mode. But you do it while you're here, and it's just a hard piece. So. So after a couple of crisscrosses here, I'm trying to think of what's left, and as I see this bottle, that just is starting to stick out to me. Having to go check that for the whole one thing it is. Thank you for that. Mr. Shovel did see the book. And that thing at the end that we've been talking about, that, yeah, nobody wants to do. It's the issue is SMZ3. If you see agabits early, you can be pretty sure that it's a thing, but here you get all this other stuff to look at most of the time. And it may all mean nothing, so... And in a bigger race, you got to think how many people rush that thing, you know, but... Bit of a different quick kill setup from Flip, from what Hydra did there, doing it from the floor. Gets it. Moves on. Flip will be getting out and down, getting his old man turned in, and then I guess we'll see. Be around the time Hydra's getting out of Green Brent Starter. I think we're just, is this just a mock ball? Yeah, it's just a mock ball from Hydra Power. Maybe trying to get a little extra speed. I don't. The mock ball's weird. Sometimes you can execute it and you'll get more speed than you had to begin with. It's just like one speed to the thing, so. At least that's what it seems like to me. Look, grabbing, this isn't a bad idea. It's been a while since I've run into a situation that makes this like convenient, but it can have some things that can save you time, not immediately, but down the road. Again, this would be potentially expected in hard logic, not in what we are doing today, normal. Plus, especially anything out of logic, if you can skip a Aghanim trip with it, it's good. So, convenience is the word again. So you would hate to do Aghanim just to find a Varius suit, and then there's your glove or whatever. When you can just check the thing. Yeah, that's a good one. Got Dark Cross now with the lamp. Lamp can be friendly, lamp can be unfriendly, but both in the castle. These two immediate implications, so I guess we'll try to do them together and probably last, I would guess. Gonna get a ledge check, and that's about it. This is one of those cool things I wanted to talk about earlier, but the Houlihan trick to get in, get an extra 225. This would put us with Zora, which, I guess is in logic because of flippers. However, methods to get there are less inconvenient whenever you get the flippers. There's still a couple ways to do it. At least one I know of. But it's about as pleasant as doing Aghanim at this point. Bevel was not it. That was the logical piece of mockball room there. That bottle we've been holding on to, well, I mean, doesn't mean anything as far as the seat's concerned, but that gives us Zora. I think Hydra's gonna go ahead and... No, he's not. Not yet, anyway. He's got a Gina's Cave, at least. If we have a Zorglove or something, that's really entertaining, but in such a case, I'd have to stress that that bottle, it doesn't matter. I mean, just lucked out, and there is Flip with CWJ, and yeah, talking about it before, it definitely makes sense now. It's just a bunch of checks and a more than likely required boss token or crystal or whatever. So another potentially good way to skip Aghanim here. So yeah, I like to see it. So on account of Speed Booster's location that locks this book, we will not see a mirror in here. Hydra's just looking for basically anything. It's a good, it works out this time, we'll say, to, that Agina's Cave was not done until now, because you can just head into here. Please be something other than a map. What a game, huh? I've had it happen enough. So maybe Zora now. That's what it looks like. So it's Glover Fetch here, I believe, for Hydra Power. Well, or follow Flip Hill. It was just now done with the elephant in the room. There's a 20 there, so... I mean... Dark Cross and Aghanim. Crystal here for flip heels, so I mean, at least this part of it needed done. It, you know, the biggest reason we're here for once is to go up top, and that's what we're going to see here and see if we can get around whatever Hydropire is about to figure out. Oh yeah, that's right. No Eastern, which I should know because I just got done getting burnt by that. A lot of races lately have involved that, so sometimes if I don't think of something, I sit there and assume that maybe it was checked already. Being a crystal, no doubt people want to wait for a bow, if at all possible. So nothing in Dark Cross, and I guess Hydra being here is going to go ahead and put the money on Aghanim. Just because of all those signs that we've had. Flip's gonna have to sponge bath this thing. It's another one of these feast or famine tricks. And just like the one to get in here at all, Flip Heel's doing quite well with it. Either get it right away or you mess around for a little. Super there, and we're not keeping that one even if we make the ledge, I don't think. Well, for Flip Hill, I do hope something's up here. Just some reason works out that most of the time there isn't. And oddly enough, it seems to work out that way in standalone Super Metroid randomizers too. More than you'd think it would, anyway. There are a handful of checks here that are going to be a minor problem. The missiles in the sky are going to take a while to get to, and we can only check the reserve tank location. Didn't see that at all, but clearly nothing. The things that we're looking for in Aghanim's, well, the pyramid ledge here, it's a hook shot I think would be enough to get us a nice chunk of Dark World. Of course, we'll have pod, well, we don't have catfish, need a glove for that. Alright, the hammer, indeed, so a couple more checks related to that. The Flip Hill playing a favorite, keep the dude on the screen game. And you have to change your timing to get a wall jump off of these guys, which is not the simplest thing when you're doing it one way for an entire game. it's a few more seconds now, which feel good, but this is the play, and it was what was made. So now we got... It's like Pod, Swamp, and Mire have boss tokens on them, and Thieves Town. 1, 2, 4, 6. About what I got. Nothing doing for the ledge. So, and then Pendant TR. Oh, we knew about that. Skullwoods was the other one. So, I like to mention this. I just thought for a second. You got the pendant. So we see a mirror here in Hyde Cave. Pendant, Skullwoods, and TR means maybe no fire rod today. Maybe. And if we find Bombos before GT, then we might end up seeing some lamp tricks if the big key's on the right side, but it hasn't come up in a while, is all I know. Looking to take the refill here through the work robot. Speaking of Bombos, we're checking its location for just the heartbeats. And Fliphill, unfortunately, does not get anything up here besides the required boss. It's a nice trick from the Ripper to get... Rather than waiting for get out of the way, must have did a deboost in there. Couldn't see where with the iframe thing, but... So, I had mentioned the mirror before just because we knew it wouldn't come up in desert, and the reason why is because it does give us Hera and the east side of the mountain through that. Starting to think that is indeed the next part of the path here. So Flip really wants to get, you know, there is the option of going Bubble Mountain and all that, you know, but, well, is there? I don't know. Maybe we can't get up to get in there. But yeah, this is the one that makes sense even if we could. Unfortunately. Plasma Beam's a nice find. Flip damaging down off the ropes there is gets it done well, I'd say, with Threadmill, because in Dark Cross, yeah, you can end up chasing them around a little too much. So good job on that all around. Talking about the mirror and immediately forgot about access to this thing, but I don't, say I don't know if we chase that. We get it, but I want to say it's just 2 items right now. And I also want to say that, yeah, Hydropower was not the one who checked what would normally be speed locked at Ice Beam, but then again, you need a Vario suit for that too, so. This path here, we're going to have required crystals and dozen checks or something like that. And there's that thing. Or it's Ether with a fire rod to, like I said, pendants. And Ice Palace, I guess, once Mist show up, but... Yeah, just, I'll say it again. I like what Flip did. At this point in a race context, what he'll be hoping for is that the seed carries itself out here in a way that could drive Hydropower or any of the other... What do we got? Got 5 racers here today. Any of them into the top of Wreck Ship. Oh boy. Wow. Okay. Well, immediately. A couple of big ones there. And that mirror in hand, we'll be seeing Pod followed by Eastern in pretty short order. I would say before the Varia. And those gloves that would have got us around all this stuff we're seeing here out of Flip and Hydra both are yet to be found. Seen a couple of seeds like this where they're like 2 hours in or something. Those are treats. One of these things, I'm not actually sure. When you start the game, I need to like figure it out. It's faster to go what Hydra just did up through the Aghanim Warp, or to run over, since this is a big super tower right here, down to that warp instead. But Hydra being Hydra, I'm going to go ahead and assume it's the first one. Flip. Could go to Pod here, minus a bow, but not when you have Hype Cave. This makes sense. Looks like it's going to pick up a blue potion here, or whatever potion. It's blue and inverted Z3, but that might be to go to Pod with and save himself from Mimiclips. Nope, not yet. Or could just be to have, I like to think it's a Mimiclip just because of who Philip is and what he does. Has no concern for health with red mail and all that, so not sure what else it could be for. Oh, what's going on? Oh, we're getting speed. Yeah, this puts the three back out of pause, so looks like it's where we're headed now. We're going to give Stumpy and Dig Game a pass for the moment. Or I have no idea what I'm talking about. There's a glove, though. Hydropower. Fliphill might have been calling some audibles in the head. That mirror, will in fact lead to the bow that would negate the whole mimic clip or not clip, potion clip, whatever the heck. If he chooses to do it and get up there. Hydra going with arrow spam was a good call, and with no silvers, nothing better than a master sword. Plasma for flip. Down goes the boss. In the hand goes the token for Kraid, and I guess back in to get the rest of this cleaned out. Flip doing, it makes perfect sense whenever hair is a crystal. If nothing else, you get up here first, and we'll eventually run into that bow. We'll be glad for having done that. Now, with nothing more than, screw attack, which doesn't do anything progression-wise at this point. Into Eastern for Hydra. Get to see what was in here the whole time. Probably nothing. I mean, if it's another glove, that's just... that's bad. No, it feels bad. Probably not actually that bad. A couple of big keys apiece here. Lamp was available pretty early too, so if there's an item left by the time we get to the big key chest, I guess that is another possibility. It might be the biggest use of the fire rod we see today. Skeletons, they just kind of go to dust with fire. And that's the one item left. Hydra doesn't want to leave it back here, so he's going to check this out. And it's not bad with boots. Yeah. Air basement with its usual tricks. Flip wants that too. Probably wanting to look for an edge at this point with the dead wreck ship and all that. I would. There's some supers down there, but I mean, we don't have charge. We'll probably find enough that pack there isn't going to matter, but supers are okay. It's like, yeah, so Flip Hill is up a crystal on account of the trip to wreck ship there from what it looks like. Just doesn't have that boss token from Pod, so for the purposes of this rando, they count as crystals. They lock GT logically. They keep you from beating the game, so. Still things that can happen here as we see a third sword and kind of a little bit of a nice piece of offense for Super Metroid, or at least it would be if we didn't have plasma already. Trying to think though, because I mean, well, yeah, you're going to see Flip do pot Eastern here, like Hydra just did. However, what I can't off the top of my head remember if that ice beam, that's like, I knew I saw that, but if that's logical and normal, probably not to get into Bubble Mountain. I mean, guess that doesn't really matter now that we have speed, but... Well, if I'm thinking about it right, it'll be Norfay Reserve, if nothing else. Yeah, Flip Hill's map check, but seeing as we had Dark World access already, that glove does very little besides, you know, give us access to the other one. I'm going to say one of the only things it does is catfish, and then I think we had determined that Land Molus had an item, but nobody's going there. Thinking a little more. I really need to just get a tracker up. I'm going to do this instead of doing what I'm doing. I guess this whole west side of the Dark World was not accessible. If I'm wrong, let me know, but not without a hook shot or something. Or the glove. So, okay. Well, I'm going to move on, but the recent discussions with the whole Bubble Mountain thing, that's definitely solved for sure now with, we see the bombs there, the morph ball bombs. Yes, I think we had the whole thing anyway, but... Appeal, the conservation is taking only the hearts which are required, which is a skill move when you do a hammer dash. Just a little shout out for something minor. Flip hill with another boss in hand, and Hydra with blind now down, and I guess that, nothing else really in Thieves of Notice. Just get in, get the boss, get out. Which, conventions would suggest that once Flip's done with Eastern, we'll be doing roughly the same thing. King's Tomb without mitts in the Graveyard Ledger. Good couple of checks to put together. They can get sneaky, but nothing here. One item down right away here in Skullwoods. It's always nice. At least until the other one ends up being in the big chest locked behind. Yeah, the boss having the big key, thankfully not the case here today. We can get that right away. Hydra remembering that the last chest here in this sequence is going to be a small key here in SMZ3. So one item behind the fire rod, which is otherwise not required for any bosses that we need, so we'll see what happens here. I would say this is a fair push from Hydropower. There's not a ton left outside of Norfair. There's the other item there though, so that ain't it. I'm thinking, Hydra went to desert, right? You get the book, you go there, nothing happens. Well, you take the book to Ether Tablet and get your fire rod. So sometimes you just want something to be something, and sometimes it's just not a thing. Yeah, no pet either. Fire rod does still have a few things it can do as we move on here. Unless we see Bombos, one of those is required. That being Cold Stare. Headed direct ship here. You just got to get a little quick charge. Just seen I say wisely. Okay, so I waste time and I jump all the way to the top step. I wanted to do it that way, and I just wasn't that good at it. But it's logical now. Logical as far as Hydra knows for sure. I'll have to see how much of it he does. If he does the whole thing, it'll be quicker as a speed. For a number of reasons. But at least then we can see, I think, more accurately where we are at as a stream here. I forget that this red bomb is a thing that both runners could have done. Yes. Catch it here from Flip Hill, and it's nice and easy once you've done Aghanim. One of the nice things about that, you can just walk straight up. Just some ammo for the pyramid. The Flip's headed to the west, Village of Outcasts. One of the things that doesn't come up often, but you can do there if you're at Pyramid, just go back down to the fence and mirror. Not sure if it's a little faster. It does keep you out of the save and quit screen though. It wasn't super following Fantoon just because it can take a while until, yeah, you get real lucky like that. So it makes sense now that I'm looking at the time. Not actually sure what Flip Hill got either. Hydras, yeah, gonna eyeball the E-tank location so you can come back here if it's nothing, which it is. Again, with speed you can get through there no problem. Don't have to play with the bombs, but I will, mention if anybody here didn't see it, Flip, when he was in here doing all that, made pretty quick work of it. So the only thing you can't do anything about is sky missiles. That one just takes time. But after this, Hydra does have the option, and I'm sure he knows it, of just getting out of here and going to Upper Norfair, which really is pretty sure where we got to be. I know I have a hard time walking away from this, so and Hydra's gonna do the same thing. It's like you're right there. Bowling ball returns. It's been in use for a few years. It's a little slow. Nothing you can do about that either. Hydra just item selection buttons or something. I don't know. Felt like one of those, I know I hit it 4 times type of thing, but. Flip through thieves. Seen all that. Gonna go ahead and get this powder done that we found in the 30 rupee chess game there. Hydra's got a minute or two left here in wreck ship. Just having a hard time I'm trying to guess how close they're gonna wind up converging here. I can't. I'm usually better at figuring it out, but. So I guess Flip does have skull woods to go through. Yeah, I don't know that I'm brave enough to do what Flip did there and drop down the hole first. For multiple reasons. Lack of key being one of them. I mean, I guess you know you're going to get one, so. Yeah, maybe I'll think about doing that sometime, but sometimes you get a lot of times you get a key in that chest to the right of the front entrance there, and it's just, you just use that one, but it worked. It looked like it worked out pretty well. The gauntlet shows the item check for Hydra for nothing, so back to the ship, and this might just be a transition over to Link to the Past and up the mountain. Oh, we're gonna check this. I don't know if we're getting waterway, but we're gonna at least get this one with the speed now. Fortunately, you can't do a moonfall there unless you want to spend the time to take off your ice beam. Or no, I guess you could. I got screw attack. Yeah, I just didn't do it. That's all. Yeah. Unfortunately, you hit the ground there. You can get up. You're really pushing for time. Myself, I always tend to find it easier just to charge a spark going left and get a suit going right because of this. Or, yeah, do it the quote unquote intended way. Just some missiles. We earned them, we're taking them. And well, we probably should take them, I guess. So I'm looking at our ammo here. We aren't seeing a lot. I mean, we'll run into it for sure. That's the nature of 774, but let's peel over to Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb. I don't honestly remember if we've seen catfish from hydropower. But I guess I can say it looks like it'll be 3 minutes between the runners at this point, Hydra and Flipfield. Small allowance for the Ice Beam and Crumble Tower locations, but we know they're nothing, so I don't know that Hydra's going to get to them. Since something almost certainly is going to be here. I'll say we haven't seen Spike Cave either. We've had many logical ways to get there early. Cake, cane, bottles. It's just the one check, but, you know. I just say bring it up just because if we manage to get through all of this with nothing. I mean, I was not really feeling bad about the seed yet, even with the Aghanim business, but what am I missing here on Flipfield's side? Oh, mushroom turning. That's what's going on. It's a good catch. Better now than later. High jump, which does 100% nothing at this point. It's not in our normal logic. You say yourself, you go screw attack, don't worry about King Cack, but then that's when you'll land right in front of him on that little ledge and take a spike to the nuts. I myself have a lot of problems being deliberate here because I always feel like I can save the time and then it just ends up costing you more, so I get this. Wave beam left 2 checks. And alright, well, let me see. Yeah, we can get to Croc. It's not going to be an in-logic way, but it is in logic another way. Unless this is something spectacular here. I mean, whatever. It's when you say fine. But here comes Flip. He'll be high-fiving again. About a minute, and everybody will have good ammo for their bow. And that's it. For now. Oh, we didn't look at that yet. Never mind. I usually look at it on the way in, so it didn't occur to me. I do it because I'm afraid it's like something to make the rest of this easier. Your space jump, your grapple, whatever. I mean, that's pretty much spectacular. It does do quite a bit. See if Hydra just boost through Frog Speedway here. Yep. He gone. Yeah. It'd be Hookshot Cave with mitts or something, but Swamp is a big one. It's just... We can get to Croc. Oh, we are doing Croc. Okay. Alright. Or at least these two, but I think you're probably doing all of them. You're gonna do it. It's probably fair play. I haven't sat here and thought yet about how much we need in total. I know it's been talked about, but I get a better sense of the game, how much is left and how much we need. And yeah, gravity is the thing, and Hydra may not need it, Flip might, or neither one of them might. I don't know. We have all the other stuff. It reminds me, though, I was looking at something before and I didn't say anything when Hydra pushed through work robots. Unlike Flipfield, did not need a refill. And with the history of Super Metroid, probably doesn't need an 8th tank, which is, I think, what it was at the time, 8th or 9th. But it could be in service of the potential that we're not going to get a gravity suit. We're going to be... You take some hits in Lower Norfair, if that's the case, if we don't find a thing. So that could be the thinking on that one. Crew attack helps you get down here, but it won't do you much good at Ridley. And if you're not watching, you... Fight can go sour on you and you end up just taking a bunch of hits and you're like, where'd my health go? Oops, just gonna blind check this one. Or, wait, what happened? Did we already get it? Yeah, we already got it, okay. Forgot he was down here, I guess. I don't know. Or what's uh-oh, Viddy? Did we cross something up, or? I just didn't catch why Flip was checking that hook shot. I couldn't see if it was picked up or not. Kiff has it on the tracker, that's what I'm going with, but... In fact, yeah, he has to have it, because why would he be here? Yeah, it might have just been a muscle thing, just part of one of the routes that we might do. Alright, well, there's our typically optional flute. In fact, I want to say it. Even here, it would be nothing more than quick access to Meyer once the mitts show up. Just because, I would only say because we don't have any medallions, we do see the mitts, we get there, or, we go there through Lower Norfair somehow. Currently out of logic, and whatever way we wind up there, we find out we don't have access. The flute is nice to get back there quickly. That's the bread and butter of that. So, Flip taking the hook and going, Hydra Power pushing through Croc. Again, both plays make sense. It's just that, what would we see down here besides that flute? Nothing, so... It's kind of a TBD. Hydra might have had a little bit of a total progression edge on Flip Heel. The flute will open that up a bit. But it's hard to project. So we're going to get that immediately turned on at the good old duck dispenser. At least that's what I thought we were doing. I guess we're doing the swamp first. This is okay because, you know, your swamp's right at a start point. The risk there, though, is you forget after this. And there's some left side swamp myths. Huh. Well, we'll see what Hydra does. I don't know why I feel worse about Mitts being over there than a lot of other progression, even if it's required as well. I don't know. I guess it's because Mitts is one of those things, if you last locate it somehow, and there's nothing else behind it, okay, cool. Because that does happen enough. But if you do like this, and well, if that's not the case, you go to left side swamp early, and you end up chasing a bunch of empty checks locked by Mitts. It's like, you know, get punished for doing good, I guess. I don't know. We are going to need at least one medallion. Don't know which one. Everybody who wants to go to bed just hopes the gravity suit's in there somewhere. If you're awake like I am, I guess maybe we won't see it. So yeah, this is probably the medallions even do figure into this whole, you know, sometimes with a specky clip you do left side swamp last, if at all, but we're both doing it first, so it's probably called we just have enough that we need to see. I do not see a big key, so that's it. That's a nice swamp for a full clear. Let's see what Flip does with these myths. Looks like headed directly to Ice Palace. No blame there. There's just so much in the overworld that's locked by them that you just don't know what it'll do to you. Every time I go to learn that bomb setup and get them all, I forget what it is. Same with the south host downstairs if we don't have a cane. It was a nice piece of work there. Stair clip there on the ice for flip peel. Big into an MG, so he's gonna get that one for sure. I haven't figured it out. Argus down for Hydra. I think I count 2 items if we see something cool on the boss need. If not, at least we got our prize. And that's it for Ice Palace. Thing I wonder here is, do you go to Dark Mountain hoping that you don't find a medallion to put you into TR? Or do you hope you do find one? I don't know. If anything, you probably check Myers' medallion first, along with whatever else is down here. That was a okay, there it is. When the cold bunches, the cold puffs bunch up, it can block the item sometimes, but we saw some supers there, so. Turn in a mushroom for a drink, which is fair. So he flips on the mountain. That's right, I guess he can't check Meyer. I was talking about that. He can't. Hydra could. I mean, he could if you really want to lava dive for just that reason, but not within the context of all this. So we're going to put an eyeball on this first. It's just, okay, so Quake on that. Things you don't want to see. Check. I wanna point something out real quick after we get this done here. You see, I don't know if anybody caught that Flip did there. From it looks intentional to me. It was, we had the berry, which was electrified there. It didn't die from the hook shot or whatever else. But he had sword beams. So he lined himself up on a pot so that the pot would absorb the beam. I mean, that's just Link to the Past right there is what that is. I hope it's intentional. I appreciate that. He like took a step back to get there. So there's that spike cave, and that's nothing either. So it looks like Flip, looks ahead now. The only thing that would change that is going back to Croc. Might actually be what's happening here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. The Flip's been stuttering. Let's see what color he is here. Yeah, Flip's got gravity. Never did see that. What it's worth, I don't think it's Flip's fault. It's pretty regular. It's over on this thing. In fact, if it's happening on the stream, cool, or not cool, but it might just be on our viewer. I don't know. Every now and then it's just stopping for a second or three. Yeah, Flip's definitely headed to at least Meyer, but there's going to be some clearing going on. But we're sitting here talking about lava dives because we didn't see the gravity, so sorry about that. Yeah, no, nice strat. I like that one from Flip here. This is a speed booster specific one. I don't know that I've ever tried that, but it does get it though. I mean, do Flip have high jump? Yeah. So maybe a little extra, a little swag, because you could just gravity jump straight up. The part I liked about it is it eliminates some of the usual. There's a ceiling tile somewhere that throws me off, and doing it that way would avoid that. That's what I can see. You hit it whenever you come from the left. It's a warp you don't see used much. I guess it works from where Hydra was coming from to get the flute turned on. Or now, did Flip get in and... What did Flip do there? So I get in and should have checked the medallion and did the shed and all that. Didn't want to do the shed. Oh, we're doing it now? Okay. I don't know. I just play by myself. I don't typically see what a lot of people do anymore. I'd do that if I wanted to scum it. I'd do that and then go do up to Alien Escape and then come back. But this is fine too, now that I'm looking at it. So yeah, now back in the lower north there, and if we find that medallion, then I guess we're coming back anyway. Since Flip doesn't have the flute. Once again, I'm forgetting who has that and who doesn't. Hydra pulling an item here off a landmo, but nothing of note. It's another one of those things we've been looking at for probably at least an hour. That's a good one from Hydra. That knowing where the door trigger is not something I've gotten good at, but then again, I don't have a lineup to speak of. I randomize my sprites. Saves you from the bomb jump, so nothing wrong with that. Hydra's gonna go for a charge through here. So you got a spin jump, you got a break to spin, and then off you go. Easy enough, I guess, once you do it a few times. This is interesting. We're going to have to see what we need to look for and where it is, because as it stands, Hydra is, I could say, a croc ahead or a croc behind. And that's ether we do not need, so problem is Hydra doesn't know that. It could be ether to get into TR for him. I mean, it's not, as far as he knows. Yeah, with Hydra's Tower of Hera and the Croc, it's kind of... Yeah, the Croc from Flip Hill, so... I think I'm thinking of this backward. I feel like Hydra should be ahead just because of the way everything went earlier, but I'm not so sure that he is. Let's see what the rest of this trip out of Lower Norfair has, but I think it's just the whole of Meridia, really. That's where we're going to have to be. Somebody left their produce on the ground there in the prison. I have to tell them we don't want it. Hey, okay, well, wasn't sure which one it was. I saw the yellow flash, like, wow, okay. So, the good one. Alrighty, so yeah, not even looking at that last one. We are in go 204. I mean, with an Aghanim, that's pretty good. I mean, I know I mentioned this from time to time on here, so some of you have probably heard this, but I have this target of mine of 220, and if it's anywhere near there, I call it good. Playing this thing. Yeah, this is like what I was mentioning before. You know, I hate to do it, but it's like, if you do, you know, through this route first and then come back, save yourself a trip at the save station. I don't know. I'm sure there's something I'm thinking of not thinking about, because I don't know that there's been a race I've been in, as well as Flip Hill, where I beat them. So, and again, I mean, I do things by feel. If it feels faster, whether it is or isn't. There it is for Hydra, just about a minute or two behind in a double or triple take. Oh, that's fun. It's like Hydra wants to see what this is. what we're looking for, I'm not sure, but I appreciate getting to see stuff. Might also just be heading out. Yeah, because he does have the flute. The other cool part that, you know, sometimes Meridia I'm okay with, sometimes. Now that I've done it for a long time, but we get to do the cool thing where we go straight to Dragon in and out, and that's it. Now well, the only thing cooler now is when you get to do it after GT if it has a boss token on there, but it does not, so we're gonna have to get that done after this. There is the big key right in front of where you want it. Seeds have ways sometimes. Hydrate on Flip Heel's toes, heels, tails, whatever they are, whatever you got. I don't judge. It's gonna get good. We have a bunch of Zelda left, which I would have to. I guess I have to say Flip has an edge on. That sentence came out before the block got, or right after the block got messed up there, so it's not my fault. Oh, ammo for Mother Brain. Huh. It'd be cool if I thought of that on time. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know for either one of them, to be honest. If the tracker with the 11040 count, that's 223,000 is what that is. So yeah, I mean, it's doable. Yeah, that's pretty doable. 220, yeah, 2,000 and screw up credits. That's fine. Charge would make it faster. What else do we care about? Anything? Wave, I guess. It's on the way. The Hydra there getting the switch done in the basement, which I swear was the last thing I was talking about with Flip Hill, and I'm like, where's Flip? He's out of there. He's done. Silver Arrow's eyeballs and a bottle of Izine. Hydra going for spooky here. I still don't understand. I just am lazy. It always feels like it's kind of a pain to get over here with the way you got to do it for this war, but it is better than trekking through Meridia by a long shot. Part of why I like doing it after Ganon. It's a pretty quick trip down from there. That would have been a good time to look what the item was there, but I don't think anything. So yeah, I'm like, well, we got to have something to deal with this last boss, right? Well, we don't have grapple. We don't have a charge beam. Oh, we do have grapple. I don't know that I've ever seen this. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but we're farming for one thing, right? And you abort a farm because of grapple beam. It's just funny to me. I don't know if that's ever come up. Yeah, I'm enjoying that one. Yeah, put a check on Precious here just because, yeah, more burgers. Let's see what Hydra does. I guess flip going over, yeah, you're probably looking for charge still. I mean, why would you look for grapple? But it's just there. It's like, wow. Hydra may not see it. And boy, I hate to be witness to the idea that this is actually going to separate them at this stage of the game, but here we are. It's flips to lose right now. This whole farm bit may not be a factor, but oh, dude, I took my eye off. He checked after Dragon. That's cute, actually. And charge will just be NTR or something. I guess he'd probably even take another super pack if he ran into one. And yeah, like with GT, there will be something in there, almost assuredly. So yeah, the ammo kill for Hydropyrus can be done quickly, just as easily as you can mess up a grapple kill. Fliphill did not do that. Mess it up, so we'll start marking GT entries, I guess. And I guess, as well, there's that other thing. From 1 to Michael Jordan, except Michael Jordan's chest can't have the big key in it, so I guess we're not doing that. I have mentioned that I feel sometimes a seed, like you can kind of maybe ordain within yourself where the thing is roughly based on how the seed's gone. Bad seeds, it gives it to you quick. I don't know. It's probably just one of those things where it's the thing you notice most. I don't know if I'd call this one bad. This one's just, it was just a little agony, that's all. So I'll put in a, I don't know, 11 just because of that. Yep, I'm going to 12. Defer to chat. Actually, yeah, we're going to talk about this fire rod again because we didn't. No, we did need it, I guess, didn't we? Yeah, we kind of needed it. We probably could have avoided it with some no gravity shenanigans, but heck with that. One of those. Buttered bacon for everyone. I was very close to setting off GT. Not that it matters, but I was like, oh yeah. It's 13 if you bet on charge. Maybe we should have done that. I mean, it's not guaranteed to be here, but yeah, that'll be a weight off. You don't gotta worry about any goofiness going on. Plus, missiles are slow. That's a big key at, what was that, 17? I believe. So, GG everybody. Let's see if Hydra pushes a full left here, because he's going to need it. Does not. I mean, well, we'll see after Hope Room here. But... oh, yeah, that's right. No keys in there, so you got to do this. Yeah, Hydra can erase the hair at least if he keeps going past Stalfos. And beyond that, we'll have to see. No mirror, so we'll shave a little off. I can't think of any other difference makers here. Everybody's going to have a charge. That's pretty even, so. Um, okay, so for chat, a wave beam check. So these top chests here, I'm gonna say no, yeah, because I mean, when I said we had charge, and I'm like, well, that's gonna erase, any weirdness. It does. I mean, it's not like you're gonna have to rely on missiles at any point, but unless you know all your damage tables, which I don't, I know what full beam is, and that's it. So in that sense, wave might be nice, just so you can do your 20. But yeah, you're not gonna really open boxes for it. I would, but that's me. Yeah, it's a triple for flip. Sure looked like one at least. This is why I haven't switched the audio though, and I really want to, so sorry about that. I might give him the escape or something. On G. Going to flip hill. Priority mail, just like those zeros. About 10 more minutes to go. Got our ice beam, we got our charge beam. See what kind of patterns Hydro get. It'll be hard to beat that other one. First one looks alright. Yep, that's a triple. Even easier. Just lucky they were all reflectable. 3, 2, and 1. Different pattern, same result. That's fun. It is for Hydra. This flip wheel's headed for... Yeah, it says it's done with Metroids. The waveless baby skip looks good. Ah. That'll be forever out of my wheelhouse. And it's just me. I like a power bomb in that room after without wave. A little lag, but at least you're not rapid firing. Hydra takes a grab here. Might try to... he's just going to power bomb. This is one of those things I actually worked on. Some people have... I mean, I don't actually know if it's intended like it is in the later games to use a bomb to get yourself free, but it does work. Usually left to right, if not both ways. If you are moving when a bomb goes off, they'll separate, at least long enough to stay that way. The nose up skip for flip. Just gonna ammo through. This is a fair strat. When you're limited in supers, you'd put a few in early and then go to charge for the rest. Well, especially without full beam as well. That way you can save a few to cut down on the rainbows. It's a good thing to just have practice. It's not terrifically gonna help you or save you really with 12E tanks, but I might have to S-flip if he does the waveless. It actually took me a while to figure out. And again, it's not because it's hard or anything, just never looked into it. But yeah, yes, they said that. And here's what it is. Hydra forgot. This is perfect for us. For a guy who doesn't have waves, so you're going to come down here, you're going to crouch, you're going to point up, and you're going to shoot. And that's it. And then you got to do the rest of it the usual way. But Yeah, I just, myself, I didn't learn that forever. Well, as a cutscene separates our runners, we're gonna see Flip Hill outside in short order. I was trying to pay attention to, you gotta turn screw attack off for the, well, I'll say everything but the speeds upskip, and I know Flip Hill knows that. He might just not want to get in the menu, turn it off. That's okay, that's viable enough with the ammo counts and whatnot. Alright, yeah, that's it. GG's. The Flip Hill gonna put in 2:35:03 here on racetime.gg, and is gonna do it before anybody else. All 5 racers, so that's. You said there's some good, some bad of the seed, but 2:35 is a nice time. When you can even count Aga, and I'd say the assessment remains the same. GG Flip, welcome.
GG's.
So, we're gonna watch Hydra finish this out here. Y'all are pretty close by the end of it. Some divergence on the way. You were late to Aga. Not a bad call by any means. Hydra push it just because, we saw the swords and lamp. You probably thought about it at some point, but I guess tell me what you thought.
Yeah, I had a feeling I was probably a little late to Aga, but I figured I was pretty confident in getting across the moat, and I guess the one item in the ceiling kind of is rough with my loadout, but other than that, it wasn't too bad, and I figured if I got a glove or something to make the Dark World better, even if it was like a total wash, it wouldn't be bad, but yeah, other than that being empty and being late to Aga, I felt like I hit the route pretty well, other than maybe, I don't know, not going to Norfair sooner.
Yeah, so neither one of you did, and I guess I'd have to check on the rest of the room. It was next to the bow, so of course you get your bow, you're going to do all that bow stuff, and I was thinking somebody might go to Norfair sooner, but the bigger story, I guess, related to that is you guys are, I guess, basically a crock apart. If it's not for that, Hydra maybe gets you by a minute. He did do that. There was a flute down there, and having that flute, I don't think made up much of the difference. So.
Oh wow, yeah, everyone close here. Iker and Hydra just finished.
Yeah, Hydra's done now. GG's with 2:37:20, and Ike here 3 seconds behind that. It's kind of the time where you want to talk to everybody. See, like this, I think those two could have done same stuff or something wildly different. I don't know.
Yeah, Seed, I guess was pretty friendly, right? Like, I don't know, you do Aga, you get your mirror, you go to the mountain, then you get your first glove in pod, maybe do some Dark World. Then once you go to Norfair and get your hook shot, you get your mitts. Then what? You're basically medallion and some stuff for maybe gravity from Go, and then gravity just pushes you into the rest of the Norfair stuff. So,
Yeah,
and then charge was great.
yeah. I could tell that definitely changed your approach that you were going to have in Turian there by getting that. Um, I do want to ask because you brought it up to me. When you got a potion out of the Dark Lake shop, was that to go to pot without a bow? Potentially?
Yeah, I think after doing the hype left, I was gonna go immediately to pod
Mm.
because it to at least get some value from the play. But that was so silly too. Like I get the potion and then the mirror is the next thing, and I'm like, oh well, that was a waste of 2 screen transition.
Yeah. I figured the mirror, you probably could double check that thought, but you had the potion by then. I was thinking, oh, it has to be what it is. You got red mail, and you don't need health, so I was like, well, okay. But and then that that mirror gets you to the bow eventually. So yeah.
Yeah, and then forgetting to do the Bombos tablet was a little awkward. I almost wish I had waited to just do it with Swamp after or whatever, but I also didn't want to orphan it for too long, so I think I did it with the big bomb, so it wasn't too bad. But
Yeah, and I don't think Hydropower, who is here now, GG, did that either. The pyramid, but
Hello.
yo, GG's Hydra.
Hey, how about that pendant Lanmo? Whoops, that's a mistake. Nice throw.
yeah, I will say this about it. I mentioned it about an hour before you did. I was like, well, gee, what if,
Oh, that would have been a 5,000 IQ play if I had really made that happen. Yeah, so if you're wondering why, at the beginning, why I turned around and left Hera without doing it, that's why. Because I'm like, it's a pendant. No, it's not. It's not.
Oh, right.
I didn't even look at what key it was. Like, if that's a small key, then maybe it actually washed out completely because I didn't save the time. I saved the time not sitting through the basement and all that stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, that's rough. I didn't touch desert, but I did do the back of Mothula. I didn't have to kill Mothula because the second item was in the other chest, but yeah, that was a little slow, I guess, because the fire rod, I just didn't want to leave it. I just did it with all my North Dark World stuff.
Yeah, same there. I had gone to that side to do Thieves Town, and I'm like, well, we might as well just tie off on all this stuff. And even though it was kind of a waste because I don't know, Flip, did you do Aga for Dark World Access here?
Yeah, so the Scribbler was saying the main difference was just I did Fantoon hoping for a glove or something, but like after Fantoon, I was just going straight to Aga pretty much.
Yeah, I was like, knowing where that speed is, I presumed that quickly in the Dark World I would find the mirror, or even like the glove or something, and then find the mirror later, and it was the mirror right away. So that kind of felt pretty good about having speed for like wreck ship and other places too. So saves time on that, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely lost a little bit of time. Not too much time, though. I think I got the CWJ second try. The stupid power bomb jump I did. But
oh yeah.
A couple small things like the ceiling item was slow, and I think I fell in the water once, so I had to go back in.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, it was an interesting seed for sure, and any seed where you can just completely skip Meridia is okay with me. So that was pretty nice.
Agree.
Meridia and Turtle Rock. No wonder we're at 237. So it was pretty good.
Yeah, I guess when I didn't think about it like that. I was like, it's a pretty good time for Aga. Oh yeah, with those 2 dungeons. Well, dungeons or whatever, but
yeah, it's very rare that you. I mean, and I guess you technically didn't have to do Aga, like Flip just went to the wreck ship and hoped to find progression there. But to like actually do AGA in SMZ3 is pretty rare because you can usually find some way around it. Most often, like go into the Meridia portal into the Dark World, but you don't have the flippers. But then you fake flipper to get onto the mainland, and then you're fine. So it was kind of a like, should I really be doing this? But I felt like it was probably the right play. Again, knowing where that speed was, I felt like it was going to pay off pretty quickly, and it did. So
Yeah, and that's actually cool about that. That all kind of ties together because the speed would get you quicker than hell running up top to where that hook shot was, which would have allowed to skip Aga. That would be the one thing.
yeah, good point there too. Yeah, that was another thing I could probably try to do, but I guess I didn't. How did I have Norfair, Upper North? Did I have bombs at that point? No, I didn't have bombs. How did I do that?
There wasn't a lot. Somebody at least had ice.
Yeah, I guess you could have done ice instead. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I committed to the play and seemed like it was the right one.
Yeah, but I just you're looking for ways to skip Aga. That's the one I came up with. But
yeah. Oh, that's right. Because bombs were in like Village of Outcasts or something. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah, good race. Both of you. Like 218 to 200 on the collection too, which that's because yeah, you got the flute. I was talking to him. He didn't do croc, so that may have
okay. There you go.
Yeah, that was the only thing. I was gonna do that after, but I figured I'd just lava dive. It felt good enough. And then it was probably just clean up after that.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well. So,
I mean, we all know 95 out of 100 you're gonna win going to crocs, and it's just
always been on croc.
One of those, but yeah, I mean,
Ether was funny too.
I know. I'm like, do I have to pick this up? I'm like, yeah, I better pick it up just in case. It was like, no, guys, that's the wrong one.
Well, see, Flip, you knew you didn't need it, right? And Hydra, I don't think you had checked TR by then. By the time.
No, I was immediately when I had access to the Meyer area just to see what the medallion was. Then I quickly went in. Well, after Pendant Landmo, I went into Lower Norfair, so I hadn't even looked at Darkness Mountain at that point yet.
So you might have needed it, but
right. So I'm like, oh, if it's in Turtle Rock, well, I better pick this up. So anyway, it's all good.
Yeah, and we'd still be here. I'd be here talking to myself and chat.
Well, hey, thanks for hopping on the solo comms here. Appreciate you volunteering for that.
Yeah, took a break. I played a community seat earlier. I'm like, I don't know about 7 hours of rando, but then again, it kind of still is. So.
In a way, it is. Yeah, it's like all day random. So,
yeah,
well, thanks again, and appreciate the race and the restream and everything. And good for playing you again, Flip Heel. And I'm sure I'll see you around real soon. And you guys have a good night.
Me too.
Yeah, same. I'll echo that. Thanks for the comms, restream, tracking. It's always a good time.
Okay, so that said, and as usual, we don't know, if we're gonna have coverage or not, but keep an eye out. Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna try, I think, because it's gonna be co-op. it'll require some crew. We'll see. Co-op's interesting. Here in SMZ3, and then Monday 9 p.m. Eastern is going to be just a hard 774, and that's what's going on for now. Anything further, I'll defer to those who know more, but that's all I know. I want to say thank you to Kif for tracking for me here and making this work, because it doesn't work by myself. Just plain doesn't. So thank you. Thank T Sigma for some issues at the front, getting them sorted out, and MM2 for putting the crew on. So, yeah. That is all. Have a good night and see you next mission.